everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Boston Sports Nuts. Make sure you hop on board, send us an email, a text, call us, whatever you want to do. We're here for you. This is Boston Sports Nuts. We're ready to get into some important sports talk. I'm Ken Berman, joined by my good buddy Paul Izzo. Hey, Paul.
Good to be here. By the way, can you explain how one emails us, likes us, or texts us?
Not a clue.
All right, I didn't think so.
All right, good. Next to me on the side is Jim Russo. Hey, Jim.
With that said, how are you, Ken?
You know, Jim, I'm okay.
Good.
I'm doing okay.
All right.
It's a nice day. Can I ask a question? Why is it when it finally warms out, every building I walk into is like freezing?
It's called air conditioning.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be set at 60. Set it at 72. I'm happy at 72, Jim. It's
Sounds reasonable, Ken.
First of all, we're wasting energy for no reason. It doesn't have to be that cold. I'm tired of cold. All right, moving on.
Sounds reasonable.
Few things to get through in the Boston sports world and national. And we're going to start out with the exciting news of A.J. Brown coming to the Patriots. Paul, being the season ticket holder of that, let's get your thoughts and opinion on this first.
Well, look, there's a million ways you can look at this. Is the player really good? Is he damaged goods? Is it a lot to give up a first-round pick, even though it's 2 years out? Here's my take. He's a good player. I'm happy to have him.
Okay. Pros, cons? Do you care about any other things?
Here's the pro. He's now their best wide receiver.
Yeah.
That's an important position. He's had 3 or 4 good years in a row. Mm-hmm. The price they gave up is arguably a Cole Strange or a N'Keal Harry. I mean, you don't know what you're going to get in the first round. You're getting an established star player who's still relatively young, late 20s.
29.
Could he potentially get hurt? Yes. But as we've seen, even healthy guys get hurt. Look at Austin Hill, the new tight end they just signed. No serious injury history, boom, out for the year. Oof. So you're always going to have risk of injury. You can't, unless a guy's got a long track record of injuries, which A.J. Brown doesn't have, right. Maybe you think about that. But no, I like it. I think he'll be one of their best players if he's healthy. And I don't care about the pick. Plus, they say the pick is 2 years down the road. And that 2 years down the road, they say, is a weak draft.
Yeah, I heard that as well.
So I'm not worried about it.
Okay, they give up a fifth for 2027. That's no big deal.
Well, I did lose sleep over that one.
You did?
But
Jim,
I got
did you
over
lose sleep over the 5th round pick they gave up? That could be
Not at all.
the third string guard we always talk
Not
about.
at all.
No?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Your thoughts on A.J. Brown? Like the deal?
I really like the deal because my favorite Patriots season is 2007, even though they lost the Super Bowl with Tom Brady and Randy Moss.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Any chance to replicate even some of that, I'm for. The pick, I don't know what it's going to be. Nobody does. So I'm for it. Secondly, I think it's an interesting trade in that we're seeing a little bit of break with the Belichick era. I mean, he got Randy Moss, but that was for like a fourth, I think.
Yeah.
So, they didn't value the wide receiver position that highly, and now clearly they do. And two, the bigger break to me with the Belichick era will be if they sign Christian Gonzalez to what he's worth on the open market. You debate whether he's worth that, but do they sign what he would get on the open market, which I hope they do because I like a team with stars.
Do you think A.J. Brown falls in the Randy Moss category, Paul?
No, because nobody falls in that category.
I mean,
by the way,
he's
when
one
Randy
of the
Moss
best
came
ever.
Randy Moss came to the Patriots, he had not been as good as he was with the Patriots.
Right.
He had started to decline. He was labeled by some a malcontent. Mm-hmm. That's why they got him for a 4th round pick.
Right.
He wouldn't have gotten him in his prime for a 4th round pick. Then, teamed with Tom Brady and that offense, he emerged. I think an interesting player to look at is Stephon Diggs. I mean, what did he do to deserve this? He caught over 80% of the balls thrown to him. He was, by all accounts, a good teammate. I don't remember him having a great playoff series. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that be a great duo, him and A.J. Brown? But there's no chance he's coming back.
Yeah, that's funny you say that because I often think because no one else has signed him yet, would he come back at a reasonable price and have a duo of that?
Well, you can't have too many guys making all this money because they still have Drake May at 65 or 70 million 2 years down the road.
Right.
To Jim's point about Christian Gonzalez, they have some decisions to make. Look, in the at that Super Bowl and on that playoff run, what did everybody say? The offensive line needs an upgrade, and they need an upgrade at wide receiver. They drafted offensive linemen in the first round, and they signed one of the top wide receivers in the league.
Right. And by the way, the knee thing, I don't know what I've read about it, seems a little overblown the way they were describing his knee.
I have no idea about an injury.
Right.
But I would say that this guy is one of the best receivers in football right now, and they got him. And I think the other reason they got him is let's face the fact and accept it. This show and a lot of people around Boston were wrong. The Super Bowl showed that the Patriots were not anywhere near that level. They, like Paul mentioned, two areas, the offensive line and what was the other one?
Wide receiver.
Wide receiver. Okay. So they've addressed one of them here in A.J. Brown. They have a much more difficult schedule. SiriusXM runs an ad by one of their morning hosts who says they're going 0-4 and won't make the playoffs. Now, I think that's ridiculous, but it can show you what people think of them. And to those people that thought that, their argument was backed up in the Super Bowl, and this guy's going to help. I'm for it.
Yeah, I think they're still going to be a pretty good team starting next year. I don't see a big collapse or anything like that.
Yeah, but you know what? We heard it about the Celtics when they won in that year, and, Missoula's detractors don't give them much credit for the championship right now. Well, the Patriots did the same thing. They did the same thing. They ran an easy schedule. They got to the Super Bowl. Now, in the Patriots' case, I didn't find that to be a problem because I don't know who they were going to play to prove they were any better. Schedule a game against the Rams for Wednesday night at Pierce Field in East Providence? No, I don't think so. They could have got it for a decent amount, though. But anyway, I think they're better than their detractors say, but maybe not as good as we thought they were, and this is an upgrade. And, Paul's our draft expert, and he was pretty happy with the draft, so I'm encouraged.
Hey, that's why they play the games.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's what makes it interesting.
But they do have a tougher schedule, which for a season ticket holder, you're probably going to see better players.
I heard one of the guys
Maybe have more fun.
say exactly what we just said. Well, there's really no reason to play the games, I guess, because they're not making the playoffs, and so why are we going to watch?
Well, they went on the road. They were undefeated on the road last year.
Yeah, 8-0.
Which is hard to replicate.
Yeah.
Home is not, as Jim has pointed out for the last 10 years, home field advantage in sports is getting more and more a bit of overrated. But no, I think that, we started off, what do we think of the A.J. Brown deal?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. The way he behaved in Philadelphia is
the next question.
Is a bit of a concern, but apparently he's tight with Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel pushed for this deal. He must have been okay with it because he obviously has some authority over his roster. So yeah, I'm all in on this.
As far as that issue, I'm going to refer you to Bill Belichick when they got Randy Moss. I was listening to him with Fred and Steve on the old Big Show, and it might have been Fred who was talking about all these problems with Randy Moss. And Bill said, give him a chance. Well, for 2 1/4 years, Bill was fine. And then he decided it was too much and he traded him.
Yeah.
So the other thing is, if we get 2 years out of A.J. Brown when Drake May is still on a rookie contract, which in the NFL is a big thing to have your quarterback on a rookie contract, let's win a Super Bowl.
And he,
with him.
in his little press conference or whatever he did, he called it being magical.
Yeah, he wanted to be a Patriot.
He would, and there's photos of him, I guess, was a little boy with a onesie on, Patriots onesie, and he was always, I mean, I'll take that, right?
Yeah, it's better than the alternative.
Right.
Yeah, let's give him a chance.
And I'm pretty sure they're going to throw him the football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's going to, I think Josh McDaniels are going to include him in the offense. So because you said it, they need wide receiver help. And they got it. Now, the other thing I heard is Kayshon Boutte has been asking for a trade. So what do you think of that?
Well, I like Kayshon Boutte, but at the end of every season, I look down and the guy's got between 30 and 40 catches.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's him. I don't know if Drake May doesn't like him. But, he's not going to get the big money producing that kind of output. He has some skills. He can jump up and get the ball. He can separate. But whatever it is, it hasn't been clicking.
Yeah. Jim, thoughts on
I'm going to leave that up to the Patriots
Yeah.
because I have no idea what his problem is.
Right.
So,
He makes some spectacular plays,
you know,
and then he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
listen, I know you got a segment later on, but I think these guys have done a pretty good job. They're bringing in Brown. I think they'll handle
Yeah.
the Booty situation. I hate to sound so positive on all this stuff.
Well,
with
let's
the
go
Pats,
back
but-
3 years to
but
where
I
we
am
were.
positive
We
about
had
it.
no quarterback.
No
we had Gerard Mayo was coach, and there was some controversy about that decision. The Patriots have come a long way in 2
Oh,
years.
yeah.
I think they can handle Keyshawn
Right.
Booty.
Yeah.
That what we're talking about is whether they can get back to the Super Bowl. Like that's what we're talking about.
Which probably won't happen, but that'll be my one negative.
Well,
thought.
losing the Super
That's
Bowl,
tough
as
to
history
do.
has shown,
That's tough
It's
to
not
do.
a good
is
omen.
usually not a good omen to getting
Yeah.
back.
That's
Yeah.
tough to do.
We'll get back to the Patriots later on in the.
Can I make a couple of other NFL
Oh
points?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so that Myles Garrett trade
Oh yeah.
is a really big deal. It shows that, the Los Angeles Rams are happy to give up picks. They're sort of going all in on this window they're
Because
in.
Stafford's got a year or two left.
Aaron Rodgers coming back, signing Pittsburgh. Some of the old guard moving on. Russell Wilson becoming an announcer.
Yeah.
It's amazing how the NFL manages to throw out a lot of news when the NBA Finals and the NHL Stanley Cup Finals are showing up. And when you turn on the sports, they're masters. They're in their own league,
yeah,
truly,
absolutely, yeah.
in media manipulation.
Jim's a big. He loves that.
Yeah, he loves that.
Yeah, Jim loves when the.
Well,
NFL
I've tried to find the quote, but I can't. But my reaction to the Myles Garrett trade is what someone from ESPN said, which is, in the NFL's continuing quest to monopolize every single day of the sports calendar, count June 1st as
Another one?
Another one.
Another notch in the belt.
Yeah.
Because Myles Garrett and A.J. Brown got traded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my take.
Oh yeah, the NFL. They are the
I
kings
wish I
of
could
this.
find the quote, but I can't.
They-
Well, I just gave you a similar quote.
Yeah, they are the kings of this. So we'll get back to some more football. The Patriots, mid-July, training camp starts and all that. So it's here before summer's over in like a week.
Could we do something revolutionary and start on opening day football? No. Okay.
No, we're gonna be a little bit before, but
Well, you got to start a training camp. In
Yeah,
all
we'll-
seriousness.
hey, okay. Someone mentioned.
By the way, I'm surprised you haven't brought up the OTAs and Drake May's performance as reported by 9 million Boston reporters on this first day of practice.
yeah,
You know,
you
whether
know
he
what?
had a good day, bad day,
I'm trying to
Vrabel's energy level,
yeah,
all that.
I'm trying to let it settle in, Jim.
Okay, all right.
Give it some time.
So that was an editorial decision on your
yeah,
part?
yeah. We're
Okay.
gonna let that sit.
All right.
I need more.
Okay.
Here's my feeling about.
All right.
I'm going to make a serious point here
About
OTA
OTAs.
and training camp reporting. Nobody, NOBODEE, said last year during OTAs or training camp, this looks like a team that could go undefeated on the road and make it all the way to the Super Bowl.
No, they didn't say that.
Nobody.
No, I didn't hear
So
that.
reporting out of training camp in OTA, other than injuries, is useless.
Amazing, they already had a.
Yeah, I look at it as what Drake May did in an OTA is the equivalent of how many home runs Wilson Contreras hit in a spring training batting practice.
How many did he hit, by the way?
Yeah, did you know the number of that?
Are
Jim?
you
No.
kidding me?
I know we are kidding you, Jim, but we get it. Okay, we'll get back to it. Okay, so you mentioned sort of in passing, tougher to win at home nowadays.
Yes.
Let's move over to the Boston Red Sox.
Yes.
Their home record as of today, which is Wednesday, June 3rd, is
What year?
2026.
Oh, okay.
Is 9-20. Their worst.
As you would say, is that bad?
Is that bad? I believe I heard it's their worst start since 1932. Not the Boston Red Sox are 9-20 at home. My question to you guys is why? They're not that bad on the road. Why are they so bad at home?
No, they're good on the road.
They're
Yeah.
16 and 14.
16-14 on the road. If you play decent ball at home, you're in the playoffs.
Okay, here's why. It's random. It's
Is it?
random. Yes. There's no reason why they're worse at home than on the road. It's random. Their overall record is what counts. And it's bad. Okay? Now, whether it's because they're bad on the road or bad at home, after this many games, I don't see a reason watching the games. And I have to admit, I was going to bail on this team, but, you know, I can only watch so many Taylor Sheridan shows.
Right,
You know, there's
yeah.
so many of them now.
Yeah.
I just went through the Madison. Do you know about that one?
No.
Oh, I watched that. So I think it's random. I think the bigger issue is just their offense is pathetic. Maybe road teams come in and take advantage of friendly Fenway.
Seems it.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's now snowballed into a psychological thing. But I can't think of a baseball reason why they're above 500 on the road and abhorrent at home. Can you?
Jim,
you know
you got-
baseball.
No, I think that they have historically bad offense, and they're not a good team. And I think, 9-20 there is 29 games plus 30, so 59. I don't think it matters where they play. So I think it's random too.
Yeah, don't you think by the end of the year they'll regress to some kind of mean? They'll get better at home and they'll get worse on the road?
I don't know because I don't think it matters where they play. So it could keep up or it could.
Now, wasn't it always in our past that there was many years where Fenway was really friendly and they built
Yeah,
their
but you know what,
lineup
Ken,
to
Ken.
play at Fenway?
Announcers who go, in 1978 they won 80% of their games. Well, they had Jim Rice, Fred Lynn, Carlton Fisk, Collier Yastrzemski,
Right.
blah,
Dwight
blah, blah,
Evans.
blah, blah, blah. Dwight Evans, of course. Look at the team. Look at the team. It's not as good a team. So you can't compare them and say the Red Sox were a great home team in '86.
What I didn't look up, what I wanted to was some of their not so great years. How were they at home compared to the road? That's what.
Well, they don't hit home runs, for one thing.
Right.
They're one of the lowest home run hitting teams, if
Oh, yeah.
not the lowest in baseball.
I know. Yeah. I don't know. Yes, they don't have a good team, but
Look, their defense is much better. Their starting pitching has been very good. The back end of their bullpen, till Whitlock got hurt, is very good. They're losing these games on offense.
They're falling behind and they can't catch up.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have the offense to catch
They
up. for
can't. They
sure.
can't.
It's not
They-
like they're falling behind by 10 either.
Do they ever get a 3-run homer? Like I watch
No.
these games, they get men on base and they bloop
Oh,
it down the right field
yeah,
line for
yeah.
1 run at best.
Yeah.
No, look, give the Red Sox credit. I can't believe I'm saying this.
Oof.
Ooh.
They spent money on pitching, and to some degree, even without Garrett Crochet being available
Right,
recently.
yeah.
Sonny Gray's done it good at times. Brian Bayo, as long as he doesn't pitch the first inning. There's some. They've got
Suarez. has been
Suarez.
good.
Suarez,
good.
and
The
a lot
two
of people
young
didn't like
lefties.
that pick, that sign. The 2 kids they have are early, but the offense is pathetic.
Yep.
And so
That's why
if-
they're losing at home then.
So if you're a general manager, you say, okay, where do I sacrifice my defense for offense? Do I go get a guy that is a really big defensive liability? Well, you usually do that at first base. Well, that's one of your good players.
yeah. How
Okay,
about third base?
they can't have a black hole defensively at third. They, can't,
You hated it when they did.
right?
Devers was an awful
And to
third
their
baseman.
credit, they didn't want to sign Bregman. He's not having an all-star year.
No.
They passed on Pete Alonso. Oh, they passed on Pete
Yeah.
Alonso. He's not having a great, fantastic year. Juan Soto, they should have spent $700 million on him. The Mets want to get rid of him. So it's not that easy to run out and get offense. I think the big problem has been Roman Anthony. Roman Anthony has been a bust,
Yeah.
whatever the reason is. I mean, I think they thought he would be the next Yaz,
Yeah.
a dynamic left-handed hitting outfielder. Marcelo Meyer has been, at best, slightly below average.
They can't hit yet either.
So there have
No.
been some positions that they thought would produce more that have not, and they haven't been able to figure that out.
Well, look at Mickey Gasper.
yeah.
He comes up and he's hitting and he's playing a lot of catcher.
Yeah.
And the other problem, they have a DH with 1 home run in
That's funny.
Yoshida.
One home run out
One
of the
home run.
DH spot. Can you believe the Boston Red Sox have one home run out of the DH spot?
Now, he hasn't DH'd every game, but he's been, since Anthony got hurt, most of the games he's the DH, and he's got one home run. So, I mean,
So
you just can't win like this.
It's simple to break it down that they're just not good enough, so that it doesn't matter where they play, but they happen to be. So is there a reason why they're winning on the road?
No, it's random to me.
It's all random.
Well, Jim and I agree for once.
It's there you go. It's
yeah,
random.
I'm not totally agreeing on that.
All right, well, then what's the reason?
What's your point?
I don't know. They do.
I don't agree, but I don't know.
That's okay. It's our
Well,
show.
putting the team together, they certainly didn't think of any right-handed power.
Yeah, but what does that get you?
Well, Contreras was their right-hander. They got 11 homers. They took one notch below Alonso. Alonso is now red hot since April 18th. He's like second in homers, second in RBIs. I don't know if that'll
So
keep
he's heated up a little
Well,
bit.
he's heated up. He started very slow.
Yeah.
It's hard to do. Contreras has played, he's got 11 homers too. I think Alonso just hit his 12th last night. So he's played well enough that you can't regret Alonso, I think. But no, they didn't.
They don't have another righty bat? I can't think of another righty bat. Do they have another righty bat that can pop the ball?
Well, one thing that, look, in the 60s and 70s, people would say, got to get a right-handed batter to take care of the left field wall. Rico Petrocelli being the home runs used to just land right
Over the net. Yeah, right in the net.
But we've learned over the years that Fenway, to some extent, is really a left-handed hitter ballpark. You can't pitch it. If a good guy's a good left-handed hitter, he just pokes it out there off the wall. If he's a pull hitter, he's got that cow pasture out there in right field. He's got Wade Boggs showed that. Look at all the great left-handed hitters the Red Sox have had.
Yeah.
From Yaz to Poppy to Boggs to Trot Nixon to
I guess
G.D.
they don't have
Drew.
anybody doing that
There's
either.
been a bunch of guys.
All right, Ken, I'll give you your reason since you absolutely want a reason.
I want a reason.
Give him a reason.
Lou Maloney has made the
9
point
and 20 at
in
home.
a game where a couple of lefties hit it off the wall. We need more of that. It is certainly true that these lefties do not use the wall like, say, Fred Lynn or Wade Boggs.
Big Poppy used the wall a
Now,
lot.
I don't buy it that that's a reason, but if you need to hang your hat on something, Ken, there you go.
I need something, Jim,
All right,
because I
there you
just
go.
don't understand 9 and 20 at your own ballpark. I just don't get that.
Because you're placing value on your own ballpark and there's no value.
There always seemed to be value to me.
Yeah, but the difference...
They used to be.
It's
Yeah.
always been marginal.
Okay.
It's always been like 54% to 46%. It's never been 80-20. It's not like that. And we see it in all sports. We've talked about it for 10 years on this show. The road field advantage.
Yeah, I know.
It happens a lot.
Since we've been away, another game 7-1 on the road, by the way.
So,
That's right.
I mean, 9 and 20, you can't be
Are they
14
9 and 20?
You can't be 14 and 15 at home? I mean, really?
All right.
Look, you know what? This topic is like all the time. It's like on the road. They're going to go on the road. They got that win on the road. San Antonio won Game 7 on the road. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I know.
It's a bigger factor that, I don't know if you're going to talk about this, but A.J. Mitchell and Williams didn't play then on the road.
What did the Patriots just do?
Yeah.
They went on the road to Denver in a
Yeah.
hostile environment in bad weather and won the game.
Right. The only place they
Now, I'll
lost
tell
was
you,
home.
there is a reason the Patriots played better at home before. Tom Brady.
Yeah. He was good.
Yeah. And all those other guys.
By the
That's-
way, their home
why
home
better
road
at home.
split in the Brady era was very small.
Yeah, I believe
They
it.
dominated on the road.
Yeah, everywhere they played.
Yeah.
That's a different. Okay. Well, last question about the Red Sox. Any shot you think they turn it around, Paul?
Any shot that they turn it around, no.
Jim?
No, they're 5 games back of the wild card, I think, and they got like 7 teams to climb over. I mean, if they were possibly 5 and had 1 team to beat out, I guess you could do it. But no, they're not going to turn this around because they can't hit. It's another lost year other than development, and frankly, some of the development's been disappointing. Anthony's injuries and Myers hitting. Myers proven he can play 3 positions at the major league level, but if he doesn't hit, he won't play at the major league
It's been my
level.
observation following this team for 60 years.
Yeah.
And this is not an 80-20 rule. It's like a 92-8 rule. That if you're going to be a great Red Sox offensive player, you know pretty quickly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Guys come up Lynn. I mean, I'll go right down the list. From Yaz to Lynn to Rice to Evans to Fisk to Boggs to Mo Vaughn.
Noma.
They don't take years to learn how to hit.
Yeah.
Dustin Pedroia, Rookie of the Year. Boom.
Yeah. Had
Okay.
one bad month. Everybody wanted to send him
Yeah,
down.
I
and then he
mean,
was
you
Rookie of
don't
the Year.
I stick with a guy for a month. Yeah, but this idea that he's going to hit 3 home runs and have a 310 on base percentage his rookie year, and then he's going to get better his second year, and then he's finally going to bear through his third and fourth year. Yeah, that might happen 10% of the time, but it's been my experience following this team that you generally know if a guy is a good offensive player.
Right. They're good from day one almost when they come up.
Agree with that.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do too. All right, we'll get back to the Red Sox, hopefully with better news. I'm going to give them the month of June to get to 500. How's that?
By the way, the guys that we used to think back in the Halcyon days were marginal, wouldn't we love to have those? Wouldn't we love Mike Greenwell right now in the outfield? Wouldn't we love, Mark Bellhorn? It's just, they're so putrid offensively.
Right.
Trot Nixon would be, a $50 million player for them.
Give me J.D. Drew back.
No, let's not get carried
Yeah,
away.
let's not get carried away. You know what? I do feel bad for. You don't have your season tickets anymore. It's a smart move. But we know people that do.
But I am going tomorrow.
Oh, good. We know people that do, and they have really good seats, really expensive. And I just feel bad for season ticket holders that are going to every game and losing. Win one.
Win one.
Just give them one.
All right.
Okay. Let's do this. We are now in the NBA Finals between the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks. Are they still the Knickerbockers, or have they
No.
officially the Knicks?
I think they're the Knicks.
Big mistake. Knickerbockers. It's a good name.
You couldn't tell a Knickerbocker. You couldn't tell me what a Knickerbocker is for $1 million.
Good point.
But I don't know what a Nick is, so I guess we're even.
They're officially the Knickerbockers.
They are.
They are, according to our crack producer.
Wow.
Evan, they are officially the Knickerbockers. Okay, I feel better.
All right.
I'm still not rooting for them, but I feel better.
Okay.
I'm still pulling for the Spurs. Anyway, let's get into that series a little bit. There was a point where people were saying nobody from the East has a chance of winning the championship. It's either the Spurs or the Thunder. The West is so much better. I'm saying, and you guys will, that is turn. I'm calling this series now a toss-up. I think the Knicks have as good a chance to win this as the Spurs do. I would favor the Spurs a little bit, but I think the Knicks are in a good place. They have probably the better starting five. If you were to give me 2 starting fives, I think the Knicks is maybe a little bit better overall, and they're playing great basketball. Great basketball. They've won 11 in a row. They're winning by 20 points. Brunson's out of his mind. The Knicks are good. Don't underestimate them. This is going to be a great series. I'm going to throw it to Jim because he
Okay.
likes NBA a little bit.
Ken, I think you're right. I think we go back to what we were talking about earlier with the Patriots 2026 season in a way and the Celtics championship run in a way. People are talking about the Knicks as facing the weaker conference. They face 3 not that good teams. What I would say to that is they didn't just squeak by those teams.
You don't think?
From Game 4 in Atlanta to Game 7 against Cleveland, they blew those teams away. Each deciding game, they won by more than 30 points. They had other blowouts. They've been playing superior basketball. I think they're a very good team. And if you want to go that route, I still don't get the minimization of injuries in the NBA and in all sports. Tatum didn't play a Game 7. Nobody cares. Nobody cares Porzingis was hurt last year or that he didn't play the year the Celtics got the cakewalk, apparently, to win the championship.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
guess what? Jalen Williams, who's a third-team All-NBA player, scored 40 points in a finals game
Their
last
second best
year.
player.
Their second best player. And one of their best players in the playoffs, A.J. Mitchell did not play. My question again, the flip side, is what are the Spurs supposed to do? Wait until they get healthy? No. They took care of business. They played great. They're a great young team, but I think this is, in many ways, a very good matchup for the NBA. You've got the next generational player in Wembanyama against the New York media market.
Yep.
You've got matchups galore. Wemby is not going to be able to play off a Nick 10 feet like he did Hartenstein.
Nope.
No way. He's either going to guard Towns, which he might not even do.
Probably not.
And Towns has to guard him, and I don't think he's going to guard him. I think Anunoby's going to guard him.
Anunoby's the guy that they put on
and
him.
the Knicks are all psyched up about that because, as we in Boston know, Anunoby's a heck of a defensive player.
Right.
All right?
And we also know that one Wemby's weakness is he doesn't have a low post game.
Right. Next up is how's Brunson going to play? He's got Wemby back there. Well, that's going to affect him, except the Knicks are going to try to draw Wemby out with whoever he's guarding.
Towns.
And Josh Hart, but he might not guard Towns. What if he does what the Celtics do and guards Josh Hart? Well, Josh Hart is shooting lights out from three right now, and he's the only Knick you want to give that shot to. So I think, now the flip side is the Spurs have young, physical players, Castle and Harper. And by the way, when we were talking about those Spurs tournament turnovers, as this show said, when De'Aaron Fox came back, the turnovers started going down.
Right. He's important to
You
them.
can't put Castle at the point for 30 minutes in a playoff game, but he's a phenomenal player, your guy from UConn, and they've got Wemby, which maybe some old-timers want him to play in the post. He looks incredibly awkward down there. He's going to need an off-season working on that. He's great from the foul line. I'd like to see him at least playing more there, but boy, they were lights out from three in the fourth quarter, including him. Yeah. This is going to be a great matchup. I'm saying it's going to go 7.
I agree.
So neither one of you guys had the cojones to pick a winner.
Well, I thought he was going to do that at the end.
You want to do that at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, you're both wrong. All the excitement.
Of course we are.
Of
It's
course
sports
you are.
nuts.
All the excitement about the Knicks is media hype.
That's
okay?
it.
They did have an easier road. The Spurs just beat the team that everybody thought was the best team in the NBA.
They did.
They did, and they won them. They beat them legit. It wasn't, it was a close series, and they won those games.
But OKC was not healthy. His point is valid.
Okay, but now we're going to bring up injuries again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, because it helps your argument.
No. But I mean, yes, it was a great. I think OKC would have been the better team if they were healthy. But yeah, they weren't.
Okay, but OKC went into the playoffs with some injury issues, right?
Yeah, they did.
And they
One
dominated.
injury issue.
Okay, and they dominated, and then they get to the Spurs, and the Spurs, I thought, beat them fair and square.
They did.
They
But to
did.
be fair,
Oh, yeah.
not only did they play without Williams, they lost Mitchell, who up to that point was their second best player in the
Okay,
playoffs.
all right, fair enough. All right,
And
I'll give you that.
to be fair, the Spurs got Fox back because, in my opinion, you can use the flip too. In the first 2 games, there's
they didn't have him.
There's no way they turn it over that much.
That's right.
They might have won both
and
games.
we were texting each other, boy, they really miss him.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if
Okay.
he played, second game might have been different. We don't know.
Yeah.
One of the things, big picture, that makes this series hard to predict is there's no climb the ladder thing. It used to be,
Right.
well, this team didn't make the finals. They got to climb the ladder. Both teams sort of jumped, okay? Spurs,
The Knicks made it to the conference finals last year.
right, but they didn't lose the finals. We know in the NBA it helps to kind of climb
to get
that
there
ladder.
and lose. Yeah.
So that makes it a little difficult. But I think the best player in the series is going to be Jalen Brunson.
I
Okay?
can't disagree
but
with that.
it's not going to be enough because they're going to wear him down. Wemby is just too good. He is emerging as an all-timer.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to be a coming out party for him. When I watch these games, I thought the Spurs play with pace. The Knicks I think, are more of a half-court physical type team. I think it's going to make it tough for them. I don't see it. I
Well-
think the Knicks are going to be happy to be there. They achieved their objective, which is we're going to fire Thibodeau. We got to at least make the finals. Remember, Mad Dog said, I won't say anything about the Thibodeau firing if they make the finals.
Right.
Well, they did make the finals, and I think that's part of the equation here. I think that the Spurs are going to win the series with not too much difficulty.
Well, with 2 of those points, one is if you're going to take a team that's climbing the ladder, to me it's the Knicks. The Spurs are young, and this will be their first time in the finals. The Knicks did play in a conference final. They beat the Celtics last year. You're right. None of them have played in the finals. But if you did have to do that. The second thing is, let's make note of the big change in the Knicks. They were down 2-1 in Atlanta. What did they do, and what have they done since? They're playing really fast.
Yeah,
They've changed their total offense.
Yep, they did.
Their offense revolves around Towns now. He's almost a point guard, which
Doubled his
I know
assists from
makes
the
you happy.
season.
Which
Yeah.
I know makes you
Yeah,
happy.
he doubled his assists in the playoffs
so
from the
I
regular
think
season.
the Spurs played faster than OKC, and they're going to face a Knicks team that I think is going to try to continue to play fast so Wemby can't set up on defense.
Well, if any team has a chance of neutralizing Jalen Brunson, it's San Antonio.
because they're so physical.
And they can throw Castle, Vassell, Hopper.
Hopper.
They got young,
Fox got
athletic.
it. Okay,
Fox can
the
guard
other
him.
guy.
He's really quick. They got the guys that can guard him.
Let me ask you a question. Is Jalen Brunson the best player in the Knicks?
Yes.
Yes.
When's the last time an NBA champion won with that type of player
Now-
being their best player?
Steph Curry. You know who?
Golden
You
State.
think they're the same type of player?
No, size-wise, he's 2 inches taller. I think.
Okay.
Same type? No.
No, not the same.
Brunson's
type.
a one-on-one player. Curry's, I'll shoot from anywhere and make it.
Yeah,
No,
I
they're not
think
the same.
Curry's
They're
a
not
notch
the same
above.
type.
Oh, he's
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I was
He's
just
more than a
tight.
notch above.
By the way, Becky Hammond made that point, and she said the Knicks could not win a title with their best player being that small. And she was challenged on this. She says it's nothing against him. I think he's great. I just don't think they can do it. If they do, I'll be.
Hey,
proven
I've
wrong.
always been the person who thinks your whenever they numbered them, your 3 had to be your best player, really. Like your small forward would be your optimum best player.
Which Golden State was the team that went against that group.
Right, they did. But
Except they had outstanding players at
Oh.
other positions.
Yeah.
right, oh yeah,
You know,
Yeah, they
I
had
mean,
Curry.
great team. They had-
The other thing with Wemby,
okay.
I think in this series, in Game 7, he played 42 minutes. He doesn't usually play 42 minutes.
Wow. Now it's
The
go
Knicks
time.
are going to have to make hay on the non-Wemby minutes.
Right.
We all love Luke Cornett. Luke Cornett made the biggest play of Game 7.
EV.
They lose greatly when he's on the court.
Yeah.
His plus minus is not good. It's not his fault. He's replacing, like you said, an all-time player. So can the Knicks pile up? It's like the non-Jokic minutes with Denver. That's what it's become. So, one, can Wemby play 40 minutes a night? We don't know that yet in 7 games. And 2, can the Spurs hold their own when our guy Cornett is? I hope they can.
One thing that came up was, do you think that would the Spurs right now rather have Cada as their backup than Cornett?
No, because Cornett is more experienced. He's more experienced. I think he's better on the pick and roll, and he's not. Cade is better because he's playing more minutes. I think playing more minutes, Cade is better. But Cornett's not playing a lot of minutes.
And
He's just
Cornett's
steadier.
not a foul machine either.
He's steadier.
Yeah, he's a little.
He's steadier.
But
That's my opinion. They might want Cade.
But I'm glad the Celtics have.
Yeah, I
Tatum
am too.
Instead
Yes.
Oh, no. I think Brad got that one right.
Yeah, he
I
did.
do too.
And I love Luke Cornett. I
All
think
right,
he's a
we
cool
know
guy.
your pick. You're going with the Spurs easily.
Yeah, Spear, maybe it goes 6, but I'm going to say 5.
Jim.
A bold take.
Spurs in 7.
I agree with Jim. Spurs in 7. That's what
After
I'm
all that puffing up the Knicks, you're bailing out.
No,
you're
they're
wimping
good.
out.
I don't.
Wimp.
By the way, I
That
actually
is
want
a
to.
double-barreled wimpness.
I actually want to watch this series. There's been some finals that I go. I don't care if I want to watch this one.
No, it's a very compelling. And, for the conspiracy theorists out there, and I love this stuff on social media about the NBA being completely WWE fixed.
Rigged, fixed.
This is fixed. If you believe that. I mean, you've got Wemby, who's a great story, and his mom is 6'6", and just so much great. And then you got the Knicks, who are the glamour team, even though they never win.
Because there is a long track record of the Knicks, this NBA fixing it so the Knicks make the finals.
Yes,
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
they
there isn't.
never make the finals.
Well, they were there in '73, Jim.
Yeah.
No,
No,
they-
99.
99. That's right.
This is. I love it when they say a rematch of the '99.
Oh, that's
finals.
right,
Half
yeah.
the players weren't even born.
They weren't even born.
I'll be rooting big time for the Spurs. I don't see anyone who
Rematch.
followed the Celtics from 1969 to 1975. I don't know how they're going to root for the Knicks, but then that's their choice.
I can't.
I don't have to me, it's all about hating the Lakers.
Hate the Lakers.
Oh, I'd
And
root
then-
for the Knicks over the Lakers.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
Oh,
secondly
I would
would be
too.
Miami Heat. As a
Yeah.
Celtics fan, I don't really hate the Knicks.
It's
I
a
kind of
long-
liked those players in the 60s and 70s.
I like the Knicks players.
Yeah, I mean, I liked
I
the
just
Busher,
thought,
liked
and I
Bill
found
Bradley
out
and Walt
recently
Frazier.
from a Dan Shaughnessy column that Red Auerbach agrees with me, or I agree with Red Auerbach, that was an overrated team. That in '69, that starting lineup with Dick Barnett lost to the last Bill Russell team.
Yeah.
They got kudos in '70. Russell retired. In '73, I will believe forever
Yeah.
that if Havlicek doesn't get hurt, that Knicks team finishes with one title. The Celtics were better that year.
Oh, the Celtics were the best team in the league that year until he got hurt. But people forget we can't go back down that road. But Havlicek might have been the best all-around player in the league.
I'll go
at
back
that
down
point.
that road. I haven't got over
Jim will
it.
do an
I
entire
haven't got over it yet.
three-part series.
I haven't got over it. But I do agree with Paul. I like those Knicks players. They played solid. They didn't play Celtic-style fast break, but they played unbelievable
no, the
basketball.
Knicks of the
Pattern
70s
no, they were
the Knicks of the
likable
seven-
players, very likable players. I
They-
have to admit it.
They put their team together to actually stop the Celtics fast break.
Yeah.
They were like the first perimeter
And a
five-out
pattern team,
team.
too. Pattern team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I agree with Paul. Likable players.
Likable.
Yeah.
Even though Walt Frazier visited my father-in-law's schmata business and thought that he wasn't going to have to pay for his suit.
Oh, wow.
No, that's not going to happen.
And
Come
they
on,
said,
Walt.
no, Walt, you got to,
Hey,
we don't do that.
as time is flying by here, just a quick question. Is ABC extremely disappointed in the NHL finals of the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Las Vegas Golden Knights?
No,
They're not?
no, and let me tell you why.
Please tell me why.
Because I think
am.
hockey fans will watch that, and I don't think casual fans watch, even if it's the Rangers versus the Kings.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe a marginal difference, but I don't think casual fans watch hockey. And I think hardcore fans watch hockey.
Wow. So you don't think other teams would actually get some casual fans in it? Can you name a Las Vegas Knight or a Carolina?
Well, if the New
Hurricane?
York Rangers were in it, the mere fact that New York has 25 million people in the surrounding area
Yeah.
would probably boost the ratings.
Sure it would.
Yeah, sure it
But I'm just saying, in terms of national appeal, it's actually an interesting matchup. It's a very solid team against a team that fired its coach and has, a great story. They won the cup a couple of years ago.
They did.
So
Tortorelli.
I
back,
think, Ken, your second point is more valid.
which is
Can you name a player on these teams?
cannot.
I think they don't have like McDavid in the finals or Crosby in the finals, people that
Right.
recognizable stars to the average fan. And I do think if the Rangers were in, the ratings would clearly be up.
Yeah, it would have to be. I
King,
think even
you
if
know.
the Blackhawks were in it.
Yeah,
would
oh
be
yeah.
better.
And Blackhawks have a good fan base.
Yeah, I mean the Red Wings. I mean there's teams,
no, it is a weird matchup.
I mean, actually put the Canadians and you get the whole country of Canada.
That's another thing too. If Montreal was in, the ratings would be
Yeah.
much bigger.
I'm just thinking if I'm ABC, I'm going, oh.
They would probably rather have had Montreal. Sure,
By the way,
sure.
to Bruins fans, we love you. You're the most loyal fan of all of them in Boston. But I'm having a hard time accepting that the Las Vegas Knights that have been in the league for a total of 8 years are way better than you already than you've been for the last 50.
They made a Stanley Cup final their expansion season.
Right.
Lost to Ovechkin, I believe.
I'm sorry, Bruins. Okay, moving on.
You're sorry, Bruins fans.
Sorry, Bruins fans.
And by the way, they had success with a Bruins coach that had just gotten fired.
That's
Bruce
right.
Cassidy won a
That's
Stanley Cup
Cassidy-
there. Great
yeah,
point.
Cassidy won a
Great
Stanley
point.
Cup
Just
there.
to rub it in.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, he
Oh, the guy we fired won a championship with
won
an
a championship.
expansion team.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right, what
Thank
else you got on the list?
All right. Speaking of this, and Jim always gets me going on this and reminds me of this, of my just inability to understand why the Boston Bruins ownership keeps Cam Neely and Don Sweeney in charge, okay? So I thought maybe we run through all 4 teams and decide which ones we keep, which ones we want to get rid
All right.
of, and
Go.
why?
All right, who's first?
Let's start with Evan. We keep him? Yeah,
yes,
we'll keep him.
we
All right, we'll
definitely
keep Evan.
keeping
Right.
Evan.
All right. The Patriots, this will probably be easy, is I think Elliott Wolf and Mike Vrabel, correct?
Yeah.
Is that the combo?
Yeah,
Keeping them, getting rid of them.
Keep
Either
'em.
one of them.
keep him. They just went to the Super Bowl. I like the trade they just made. Is Elliott Wolf a genius? His father allegedly was. I don't know that got passed along, but I think they're fine. They're adequate. They're good.
Jim?
Keep him.
Yeah. I
Wolf
went to
did
the-
not have a. Wolf had one good draft. One draft he drafted Drake May. That wasn't his best draft, but he did get Drake May, and they went to the Super Bowl. Lock.
By the way,
Easy one.
drafting Drake May, some teams might have traded that pick.
Absolutely.
right.
We
You know,
talked about it.
It wasn't, you know,
Yeah, we talked about it. They're gonna,
All right.
We're gonna-
They're a lock.
They're a lock. Right? Okay, we'll go to another easy one. And I don't know who goes with Stevens, but Stevens.
No, he's both.
He's both, right? He's
Yeah.
everything for the Celtics.
Another lock.
right?
I think he's the second best GM in basketball.
Presti, number one.
Presti is
Presti
number
number one?
To me,
Oklahoma.
he's a lock.
You keeping Stevens?
By the way, you know, we all know, as Felger and Maz predicted when he got the job,
Yeah.
that he will be going back to college.
Yeah.
In a month.
Right.
He wasn't going to keep the Celtics
And this
president.
is a joke. that
Why would
they
he
hired-
want to
right.
be the
Why would he
president?
want to be the president of the most
Boston-
prestigious basketball
Boston.
team on earth?
Right.
Why would you want to do
He'll
that?
be back to
You'd
coaching
rather
within
be
a
in a
month.
living room recruiting some kid
Right.
who's then going to go in the portal because he doesn't play. You'd much rather do that.
Yeah.
That was their take on Brad Stevens.
One of their all-time worst takes among
yeah.
many.
A couple points about Stevens.
Yeah.
One, since he took over as president of basketball operations, there have been 5 NBA, or they're counting this, there'll be 5 NBA finals. Of a possible 10 finalists, there have been 9 different ones. The only one is Stevens Celtics to appear twice. Secondly, Brad Stevens completely remade that team with the Porzingis trade. And third, Brad is facing his next biggest decision now, and he may defer the next Celtics possible title team to next year. This is going to be a huge decision. I am glad he is making it, because as fans, we don't want to wait a year. Well, we didn't want to wait a year for Larry Bird either, and that turned out pretty good. So I'm glad he's making that decision.
By the way, can we go back to Danny Ainge, who went and hired him as a coach?
Yeah,
Like when everybody said, he hired who?
sure.
Brad
Yep.
Stevens
Great
from
move.
that little college? That's who he's bringing in. First of all, he was a pretty successful coach.
They made 2 final games.
yeah.
Was it Gordon Hayward that almost put it in
Half
from
court
half
shot.
court?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Would have won. And then he lost to Ken's UConn, I believe.
He did. Yeah.
Lost to Duke and UConn.
But he brought him in as coach. So
Ken's
Danny,
UConn. Ken did not go to UConn.
I didn't.
Can I just make that clear?
That's why I say it's to give you the softball.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just a big fan.
All right, let's go.
I'm supporting.
Ken's North Adams State, I'll buy, but Ken's UConn, no.
Hey, okay, let's
I
go.
love teeing you up for that,
Yes,
because I get
thank you,
such
Jim.
a laugh out of it.
Jim, thank you.
Go ahead.
Let's go to the Boston Red Sox, where I put the duo as Sam Kennedy and Craig Breslow.
Sam Kennedy is a figurehead. He's the head of all of Fenway Sports Group. I don't know why the public even knows who he is. It's a terrible look when he talks. He's a
Awful.
corporate pointy head guy who has his MBA and is very intelligent and has a lot of money. He's not a baseball guy. No one buys that. At least Larry Lucchino had a background in baseball. Remember John Henry's famous quote, Larry Lucchino runs the Red Sox.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't the biggest Larry fan, but he delivered the goods, hired Theo Epstein.
Wasn't Kennedy a baseball guy before he got this part of the job, though?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Okay, but I will say this about Craig Breslow. I don't see what they like about him.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's doing what they ask him to do, which is spend very little money, make the team very profitable to subsidize their other ventures. I don't know, but I have a bigger concern. I think they're getting out scouted. I think they're getting out coached. I think they're getting out analyzed, analyticked. Can you get out analytic?
Yeah.
Sure
And
you
they're
can.
supposedly the king of analytics. That's their whole,
Lou Gorman used to run the Red Sox with, one laptop and 3 guys.
right.
Why do they need all those people?
It's not working anyway.
It's not
so
working.
You want to make more money, Mr. Henry? Fire those people and
Can
get
I just
better
stick
baseball
on this for
players.
a second?
Yeah.
The whole idea for businesses and organizations to bring in analytics and new methodologies and hire consultants is to produce better results.
Yeah.
Without all that stuff, they developed Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer, from Yastrzemski to Jim Rice to Fred Lynn to Wade Boggs to Roger Clemens to Mo Vaughn to Big Papi. You know, they developed guys. Big Papi they traded for, but you get the point.
They traded for Pedro, but they got him.
If analytics is not producing better baseball, then somebody is going to have to convince me why it's been good for the game.
I'll go with the eye test of baseball a lot of times if you want to know the truth. Right?
Okay.
I will. You can watch guys
You'd
play.
fit right in around that table in Moneyball.
Yeah, right.
He's got a good jaw.
Yeah. My answer to you is Kennedy, yes. The business side seems to be doing fine somehow, some way.
Yeah.
And Breslow, if he's on his own, no. And if he's just following orders, well, there's not much we can do. But if he's on his own, the results haven't been good.
I would, first of all, I'd get rid of Kennedy and Breslow. The first reason is every time Kennedy does speak about the Red Sox, his nose grows. And you can tell his nose is growing. He's lying through his teeth like we're some stupid people. And he's been doing it year after year after year.
We're all in.
Right? Where he just, every time he speaks, you go, really? I've been following baseball, like you said, for 60 years. I'm not buying any of your nonsense. And, you know, we're all in and you know, this team has this, that, and the other thing. And they just, I don't get him. I don't want him. And Breslow, to me, no, gone, out, not proven anything to me. His one notch, I'd say, is Crochet.
Well, there are baseball teams winning with pitiful payrolls.
Correct.
Tampa Bay. And not just winning occasionally, they have a pretty decent track record.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not just the lack of spending money. I've been making this point all year.
They're not scouting
They have
well.
a problem developing reliable young players.
Do you want Drombowski back? I'll take.
No, he's not going to come back.
No, I know, but I would rather have that than what we've had.
Well,
He
okay.
seemed to know talent somewhat.
I'd rather have you than what they have.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Then Breslow. It's awful.
Are we doing the Bruins?
Now we're doing the
He
Bruins.
saved
Can
it
I
for
go
last.
first?
You're the host. Go.
I'm going first on this one, okay? Bruins fans, stand up.
This is a
March-
direct appeal to Bruins
Yes,
fans.
march down to the TD Garden with their office are, wherever they are, and demand that Neely and Sweeney be fired already. This isn't. They won in 2011. They brought the cup home, Paul. Remember?
Yeah,
The cup is
coming home
coming home.
after 39 years.
Yep, now it's been 15 years again. And they're not really that good. They're just overall not that good.
Okay, so here's my take on the Bruins.
I'm both out.
If I'm the
Time for a
ownership,
change.
I give those guys a lifetime contract.
Really?
Yes, because they are doing exactly what ownership wants. Keep the Bruins good enough. Keep them in the black and gold. Keep the stadium full. That's what they're doing. That's what they're there for.
And that's what's McCall.
And you know what? It makes it hard to criticize a Cam Neely, right? It's one thing to call up and say, that 38-year-old whiz kid who went to Yale,
Yeah.
you know, the Breslows,
Yeah, yeah.
the Epsteins, they can get tooled on, but no one's going to, very few people call the radio and say, we should get rid of one of the greatest players that's
I've
ever
said
worn
that to him.
black
It's amazing
and
how
gold.
rare they say it.
Okay? They just don't do it because he's their force field, right? Having him in that role.
Yeah.
Well, now Neely's actually the president, and Sweeney's
Right,
the
the
GM.
GM,
but you
right.
get the point.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And Sweeney's an ex-Bruin, you know.
He is.
It's like having Yaz as the president and, you know.
Fisk as the GM.
And, no, a Big Papi.
Big
you know,
Papi
some
as the
beloved
GM, yeah,
character.
yeah.
They're not going to get the criticism. So if I'm the ownership of the Bruins, lifetime contract for those two guys.
But is that what they should do?
Yes, because that's their objective, is to be just good enough and keep the people showing up. And I'm telling you,
I mean, last year
my
they don't
son-
make the playoffs. This year they're out in what, 5 games?
Sam and Hannah had the 3-pack this year. They went to 3 games. They had a great time. They bought hats. They bought jerseys. They said it was fun. That's what the Bruins are all about.
You want my take on this?
Yes, I do.
My take on this is I don't want to stop at Neely and Sweeney.
Ooh, I like it. I like where this is going.
I want, me as a fan, a complete rebranding, restyling, reprofiling, jet flying
whatever
of the Boston Bruins. I have had it
Do you know what it means
with
to
the
play
branding,
sweater?
what it means to be a sweater, with a sweater, what it means to be a Bruin. What it means to be a Bruin is one cup since 1972. Also, I am
that bad?
tired. I am tired of watching teams with limited offensive capability year after year. One exception when they got upset by Florida. That can happen in hockey a couple years ago. But I want skaters. I want goal scorers. I want exciting
Like this.
hockey. So I want no one associated with the Boston Bruins to have that job at the top.
Good for you. It's time for a change. Bruins fans are the best. Like you said, they come, they spend the money, they have a blast. They fill the garden up.
And under my approach, if they get a better product, it won't matter to them because they're going anyway to watch this. More credit to them, as
How
you said.
wrong these guys have been wrong twice in one day, and they really are.
Yeah, but
wrong
we're
twice
not.
in one
I'm
day.
not disagreeing with you.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just saying.
Oh, no. If I was ownership, I'd probably agree with you.
No, if I was ownership, I wouldn't agree. This isn't
No.
enough. And by the way, supposedly they spend to the cap, so it's not going to cost them a dime to get an entirely new approach in there.
I mean, the Jacobs.
You
have
know,
become
that old
billionaires
approach.
off
I
of
mean,
this.
they look at Bobby Orr and they say, big bad Bruins. That team could skate. That team could score. Yeah, they could hit. But they did all the other things. You'll never, ever hear a Bruin say, well, they'll always say a scorer. He doesn't go into the corners. He doesn't get the puck. You'll never hear them say, that guy doesn't score. But he is gritty, but he doesn't score. So we got to go get someone that can score. Never say that, with few exceptions.
Well, look at all the abuse Pasternak takes
Oh, yeah.
for not, being.
It
as
is
gritty.
totally unfair what they're doing to that guy right now. Totally unfair.
He's a talented offensive player.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a lot of help.
No.
They got,
Think Sidney Crosby would have won those cups with no help? Come on.
no, the Bruins. Okay, well, that's all four of them. I don't know. I couldn't. If you gave me $1 million, I couldn't tell you about the Revolution. So we're not going to
Okay.
do them.
I know more about the American Revolution
Yeah,
than I do.
but
about-
you do.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
can talk
history
about
that.
teacher. You two guys, we could do that whole show. Okay, closing thoughts.
I don't have any.
No, Jim had something.
I do. I have a very intriguing closing thoughts. The Hall of Fame College Basketball Series is coming back to TD Garden in 2026.
The Hall of Fame college
The
basketball.
first game
What's that?
will be November 6th. Guess who's playing in that first game?
Ken's UConn versus Paul's Duke
The
University.
The defending champion, Michigan Wolverines versus Ken Berman's UConn.
Nice.
A rematch of
He
the
didn't go to
national
UConn.
championship.
He didn't go to UConn.
The second game in this series will be played December 19th at the Garden. Guess who's playing in that game? Paul Izzo's Syracuse
I went to
Orange
Syracuse.
They will play for the first time since, I believe, 2013, the Providence College Friars.
Oh boy, Jim's Providence College.
I went to
Jim's
Providence College.
Fries.
This is great for TD Garden. It's great for the schools.
Yeah.
That might be fun to go to.
Yeah, that might be fun. Okay, my last thing is, please, Red Sox, turn it around, because I always enjoy the summer more when they're
The
in it.
YD Red Sox, June 13th.
Oh, YD Red Sox.
Download
let's
the
get-
Cape League TV app.
Yeah.
It streams. You
Yeah.
can watch YD. We play 40 games in 52 days.
I'm in.
And it's great baseball. Future
Excellent.
major leaguers.
President.
22 of our players last year, 22 were drafted by Major League Baseball.
Is there a show that critiques the Cape League like we critique these four teams?
Could create
I
one.
can't-
Who can keep up with the rosters? That's
I
the
couldn't
problem.
stand that to watch that show.
Well, we have the president of the
kidding,
YD
just
Red
kidding.
Sox and the director of
Media.
media of the YD Red Sox. All right, that's going to do it for Boston Sports Nuts. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks to Evan, our producer. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching Boston Sports Nuts. You can find all of our episodes available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. For more information, go to westwoodmediacenter.tv or follow Boston Sports Nuts on Facebook, Instagram, and X.